I've seen, and we're talking about it. It's the new Brad Pitt film. It's called, what's it called? Hold on, let me shut this down real quick because I'm catching a lot of sound. So there we go. No more sounds, people. But yes, we're talking about F1, the new Brad Pitt film, where he is a Formula One racer on the circuit. He's brought back in, considered one of the best never wases ever. One of his fellow racer buddies, played by Javier Bardem, brings him in to work on his team and help, get one of his immature drivers, kind of fixed up and matured up enough to race. This is a formula of a movie we've seen many, many times before in the sports movie world. And I will tell you, it lands pretty good in this movie. There's a lot of technical aspects of this movie that are really well. There's a controversy behind this movie and it cutting out certain actors who are people of color. I can't speak to the full controversy of what happened with this movie or what it's about. I don't, I have heard a lot about that lately through peers of mine who review movies. Again, I don't know if that's true. I will say this. It seems like Brad Pitt is one of the only people in this movie that isn't a person of color or a woman. And it didn't, everybody got like a fair time to shine. It is a long movie at 2 hours and 36 minutes. I don't think it's a movie that should ever have been 2 hours and 36 minutes. There's a lot you can cut from this. They drag it on a bit at certain times, but it's really sort of a remake of a movie that came out years ago with Sylvester Stallone and Burt Reynolds called Driven, which was also about, Formula One racing and an aging star having to come back, or not even an aging star, but like a guy who just sort of got into an accident and was out of the scene for a long time, which is the same exact story here, being asked to come back and help out as a friend, this new driver who needs help kind of maturing and become the best he could ever be. I didn't love the movie, but I did enjoy it. I didn't mind it for the 2 hours and 36 minutes. Still, I would say like those longer parts that drug on. There were times where I was like, I just hope this movie's over, but then it would get me back into it. The racing was good. The interactions between the characters, really good chemistry. The story was interesting enough, passing enough that it was okay. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's one that is worth seeing in IMAX. If you're really into the action, you're really into good, well shot films, go see this in IMAX, or at least in theater. If you don't care about that and you're more into the story, into the characters and stuff, this would be a good one for streaming, which we know it will be on Apple at some point. They produced it. And yeah, but I would watch it with a really good TV with the, stuff like that. We all have them now in HD and 4K and stuff. So I'd really, check it out there. But this is one that if you like movies, you like action movies, you like Brad Pitt, I think you'll have fun with. But is it one that maybe I will check out again? Remains to be seen. I think I had that same reaction when it came to Moneyball, and I watch that movie all the time now. So we'll see what we feel about F1. But that's my feelings on it. What do you think, Paul?
Your last points are exactly why I love this movie. Brad Pitt in action. I really do love Brad Pitt. This made me want to kind of watch Formula races a little bit more. I'm not going to lie. I kind of went in there blind. This kind of remind me of, what is it, Gran Turismo? That movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have. Oh, yes, I did. Where they bring the kid in and he plays a video game.
Yeah, he's a gamer that turns into the racer. Yeah. It kind of had that feel. But this one felt more serious. It kind of had more of like a Ford versus Ferrari type feel. I did get to see it in IMAX. I absolutely loved it. Those action scenes were kind of breathtaking. You're kind of holding your breath and you're like, oh my God, like you were going pretty fast. I thought it was fun. Brad Pitt just always kind of hits his roles really well. Like I buy into him real well. I just enjoy staring at him on screen too. So here we are. I would recommend if you're into Formula One, absolutely go see it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you're a Brad Pitt fan, I think you'll enjoy it. If you're neither of those, I don't know 100% of this for you. Like you said, I might just wait for it to stream. Because it is long and there are those parts that kind of drain, but they kind of make up for it with the action scenes. So they do know what they're doing. I just like you, I wish they had condensed down. They probably could have gotten rid of 45 minlike that movie. That wasn't needed, but overall I enjoyed it. I will be watching again, I'm sure at some point. I just like Moneyball and some of his other films. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, it's gonna be immediate, but I know it's gonna happen. I said the same thing about The Big Short. I was like, I'm only gonna watch this once, and now it's like once a year, if not more.
Yeah. It does have that gravitas of like a really good film. And but you're right, like that's the thing I think where it takes away. And I realize that it's like they cut people out of this film, like they cut characters. There was like a love story between the one kid, Swan, and the another woman, and there was nothing in there about that. But like, and that had just come out, that story. I think that was part of the controversy. But everyone shined in this. They didn't. I don't feel like they gave too much. I feel like they let Brad Pitt sort of lead the charge, which was a good idea. Watching this movie, he was the strongest actor in it, in the element. Meaning like in a movie like this, like in a Ford versus Ferrari, you're going to have a lot of crazy elements and stuff, but you need an anchor who's going to lead this charge, run the movie, and can act well enough. Like I hear a lot of people put down Brad Pitt for acting, but he knows his element. He's like Tom Cruise. He's a movie star. This is his element. He knows how to tell dramatic action roles like this. And I think he does a good job. But like you said, where it kind of gets a little long in the tooth, it didn't take me out to the point where I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore, because I still wanted to see what was going to happen. And I think that's the important key to take away when it comes to movies like this, is when you want to know what's going to happen next, that you're willing to get through like the slower parts you don't really care about. Yeah, and every character in this I really enjoyed. They had good chemistry. So F1, yeah, go check it out. I like this one a lot. All right.
We matched scores again. Woo woo, we're finally back.
Good. Yeah, we came back to it quick, man. I like that.
Wait until next week.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Whether you're watching this as a clip, you're reading the article, which I haven't written yet, or you're listening to this in the podcast. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, thank you so much. Maybe give us a like, give a subscribe, hang out with us. But before we get started on our next thing,